Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What did they change for EK? I don't know what they changed for EK. You know what? One thing I'm really annoyed about this update is that they're taking screenshots of like these trees and like having them listed, the perks listed, is really hard. Like they should have made it easier to. They should have added this to like to the website. You know, like the wheel plan. It would have been nice to have like a weapon proficiency planner and look at it like that way. That would have been really nice. Like if I look at the EK weapons for you now, it's really kind of cringe. Like you know, I don't know, lion axe, right? Like it's really hard for me to show off what's in. I can't like assign anything, you know. I just need to hover over it slowly. Nobody can read it. Like it's kind of not the one, to be honest. Kind of disappointing the way that works. Looks like it has 2% crit chance for Fierce Berserk, for example, on Lion Axe, which is cool enough, I guess. What have they fixed Falcon Battle Axe finally? Because let's have a look. +1 defense, still useless. 10% of shield and has extra damage for auto attacks. That's okay. Life Leech for front sweep, extra crit damage. Mana Leech for front sweep, crit chance for front sweep. Bird damage. 13% of your shield and has extra healing for your spell. So how much shielding do you have? Like 120? So about 15 more healing per turn. 5% extra crit damage. I don't know. Still not great. Alert on Tibia bosses. Yes. Nemesis boss is streaming today. Hello, Nemesis boss. Thank you. They've actually just, I don't know if this is what you're alluding to, but they did just update the test server info like 40 minutes ago or something, saying that they increased the experience gained from bosses, which is a lot better now. I have to say, like, it's a lot better. Like they've done 5 times more for Banes, 10 times more for Archfoe, and 15 times more for Nemesis. I think that's it's more what I would have expected, to be honest. Now if you do like a really efficient Archfoe run and you kill like 15 of them an hour, it's like 75k experience. It's not as great as obviously not as great as hunting. You can probably do like 200k almost at a push, but at least you're actually progressing something. Hello. That's a cool badge you guys have, the Borderlands 4 badge. Interesting. I've not seen that one before. Is it new? Reactor Monk weapons? Create a big content. I'm probably planning to do, once test server is concluded, and here is another issue of the fact that this isn't like a planner. Once the test server is concluded, it'll be really hard to make content for this once the test server is down, right? Because you don't have any access to this. Like I really wish they made the UI a little bit easier for content creators. You know, unless you have all the weapons like leveled up, it's gonna be really hard to showcase the trees. I might need to ask one of my friends to like lend me his weapons. I think I will do that actually. I'm gonna send my message to my friend. Yeah, like it's annoying, right? I don't have lion claws, and now how am I supposed to make some like content, right, for this for YouTube? Like I can't assign anything without having the lion claws. I don't know. I think it's not great. I think they need to add some sort of planner. I may leave that feedback actually. I'm gonna make a note. Do we have more crit chance on a lion claws? Yes, they've added 5% implicit crit chance. I don't know if it's visible yet, not on here, but they said they've added 5% implicit crit chance on lion claws. Doesn't look like it's actually in the tree by the looks of things. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you have 19% extra crit damage now, and there is no extra crit chance in the tree. There's extra 5% crit damage. But yeah, you're supposed to have 10% crit chance again with Lion Claws. So Lion Claws should be a bit better now. Once you get them fully upgraded, you'll have a little extra damage for auto attacks, a little extra healing, and a little extra crit damage. So they're going to be a bit better. I'm not sure if they're going to be better than a Moonspade though. Let's have a look. What does Moonspade have? Has that been changed? No, this is still pretty boring actually. On one choice, you get one choice. Do you want damage against magical or mana leech? What is in magical even? Anything you'd actually put here? Guzzlemore? You wouldn't go there with Moonspade. Choking Fear, Wretched Horror, I guess. Terror Sleeps, Fever Sleeps. I don't know, dude. Bash moves, maybe. I don't know. Weird Moonspade. Weird. Hello. Hello, Ares. Is it already implemented? No, not yet. What about the Rending Claws? Have a look. What does the Rending Claws have now? Does it have anything implicit? Still nothing implicit. So this was supposed to be the crit one, right? So you've got 48% crit damage there straight away. Then you have the 5% crit chance there. So those two mods, so mod 1 and mod 3, basically make Rending and Inferno Claws the same as they were before. So that's good. They're already as good as they were before with just those two perks. Then you get 2.5% extra crit chance for auto attacks versus 10% of fist fighting as extra damage for auto attacks. Gonna have to run the numbers on what's better. Not sure. I feel like crit chance is pretty good for auto attacks because it forces the high roll as well, which is nice. Then you've got 10% life leech for flurry of blows. Garbage. 5% mana leech for flurry of blows. Doesn't matter. Boring. 3% against plant. I think they're going to change this because they said they wouldn't have these bestiary ones exclusively in the column. So I think they'll have to rework their Inferno Claws a bit still. And then 3% of your fist fighting has extra damage for your spells. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Like, it's stronger than before, but it's fine. I think the Moonspade overall is the best one, right? But they're going to change this one as well. This one's too boring as well. Extra crit damage for auto attacks, 70% of magic level as extra damage for auto attacks, 15% of magic level as extra damage for your spells. This one's the best. Like, if I had to compare the energy weapons for the monk in this update, the Moonspade has seen the best tree so far. But I think they're going to change both of them, so kind of irrelevant, to be honest. Does this apply to all weapons or a certain level and higher? It applies to all weapons. All weapons have trees now. Look, you have a boring level 8 staff. Yeah, with some perks. Obviously, it's boring, more boring on lower levels and stuff, but yeah. Lich Bone or Lich Staff? I don't know. Oh, what is that? Lich Staff. Alright, what is this one? This one looks interesting. Fist fighting has extra damage for autos. Okay. That's, what is this weapon? It's a club weapon. Alright. All magic level. 50% of fist as autos. 25% of magic level as extra damage for your spells. 10% against undead. 5% against bosses. Minus 2,699 second cooldown for Avatar. What is going on here? This is like, what, 40 minutes, is it? What's special about 2699? Is that a special number for like some liches or something? This is pretty good. This is pretty good. If you were like an EK that specializes in fist fighting and club, it's pretty good. By the way, your per blessing on your website isn't correct. It's 2k per regular blessing. That's level 121. Is it inaccurate for like high levels, or is it just inaccurate for like some very specific low level range when there's like this breakpoint of Adventure's Blessing? I'll look into it. Let me make a note. Okay. I'll have a look, Aries. Thank you. Lion Wand. West Coast with the Prime sub. Thank you. Thank you, West Coast. Appreciate it. Lion Wand. Magic level. Life Leech. Crit chance for Strong Flame Strike. Crit damage for Strong Flame Strike. 3% damage against were creatures. And against Strong Flame Strike. Garbage. There's going to be changed as well. I think this was supposed to be changed this afternoon, no? How are they booked? I think they still don't. Lion Claws are supposed to have 5% implicit crit chance, which they don't have it at the moment. At the moment, they're missing 5% crit chance. That's how I think they're bugged. Yeah, because they had 10% implicit crit chance before, but now with the rework, they only have 5%. So they're missing basically 5% crit chance, which makes them very bad. Your monk is new level 21. Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe there's like some some special conditions on like low level like that, Aries, which makes the calculator a bit off. Yeah, I'll double check. Okay, thank you. Will it be possible to imbue Mana Leech on Falcon Sight? Well, Falcon Sight, in my opinion, they've also messed up. I think Falcon Sight is the one I really need to leave some feedback on. Falcon Sight, when the monk was announced and the test server for the monk started, Falcon Sight had implicit Mana Leech on it. But then due to feedback, they changed that to Life Leech, and it had like 14% Life Leech built into it. And now the test server for the summer update rolled around, and they gave it a tree with Mana Leech, even though for all the other weapons that had like Life Leech implicitly on them, they removed the Life Leech and put the Life Leech on the tree. But for the Falcon Sight, they've added Mana Leech, and then they removed the Life Leech. So I think probably what's happened is originally the Falcon Sight specification had Mana Leech, and after it was changed in the test server, somehow that was missed, and now people working on the trees did not get the memo that the Falcon Sight actually had Life Leech on it. So I'm going to leave that feedback, because if they change it how they have changed it, then Falcon Sight is mega nerfed for like no reason. Cobra Rod nerf gives 18 on life. Yeah, but what you're missing here, if you look, it has 6% implicitly now, Crawl Town. So it's got 6% by itself, and then it adds 12 from the perk. So it still has 18. It has magic level +1 and life leech +6 implicitly. What is it after it's maxed? Does it go higher? Do you mean the levels? Once you have the levels unlocked, no, you don't get any more. You just do it for like an achievement or something. What do you think? How much more time Tipsoft would let Monk be so broken? The Monk is perfectly fine. Yep. Oh, Tipsoft. Tipsoft and the bugs. Monk is perfect. Exactly. Thank you. Don't complain about the Monk. The Monk is just fine. Oh. Someone giving me lion claws here. Thank you. Let's upgrade it just to see. Yeah, so it still doesn't have the, you know, 5%. We would go this, and probably go for this one and this one. Deep Link Fork good? I don't think so. They've added the fishing bonus, right? Not very good. I don't know, 15% crit damage, 5 crit chance. I don't know, dude. Probably not that good. I don't know. Maybe if someone has like insane fishing, but maybe. How can I profit with my monk level 180? Not great profit at 180. At 200 is when the profits really start on the monk. I recommend just wait until 200, then you get your destruction weapon with triple imbue, and then you make great profits pretty much everywhere. All right, I think we're gonna relog. We've got a hunting spot in 12 minutes on Real Tibia, so we're gonna relog real quick on Real Tibia. And I'm trying to upgrade my my gem. I've got my greater gem now. I can equip my greater gem with all the bonuses, so we're gonna test that. Hopefully not gonna die without the HP bonuses. Do you have to level 2 weapons if you go, for example, a fire sword, or does it stick to a character? So each weapon is character based, the bonuses. So if you have one fire sword, you level it up, and then I don't know, you die and you drop that fire sword, you buy a second fire sword, your weapon proficiency will stay. It's not linked to the individual item piece. Yeah, any fire sword, yeah, any fire sword. It's not linked to the item itself. Let's have a look if we have any boosted areas today. No. All right. Have I got enough money? No, still not enough money. Damn it. Tibia coins are so cheap. This is my offer here, actually, from yesterday morning. I'm not going to sell them any cheaper than this. Well, that means I can't actually upgrade my gem. I've got a tier 3, and tier 2. So I'm still missing one little upgrade here on this gem to get 7.5% sweep and takedown. Never mind. This is a very juicy gem, by the way. Finally got it equipped. Finally got exactly enough points. If we compare Lion and Infernian without Forge. Oh, Infernian without the Forge, the rending type bonus. I think I'd prefer Lion Claws at that point. I think the bonus is probably what makes Infernian's better. Yeah, I got really lucky with this gem. How do you get gems? You loot them from like influenced creatures or some bosses, and then you open them. You pay a fee, like you can see here on the left, that you can reveal gems once you've looted them. And it's just, yeah, gambling basically. I just opened one and it turned out to be incredible. Can they drop? Yeah, they can drop, yeah. I need 75k K to upgrade this one, plus 30 greater fragments. I'm still missing 11 greater fragments. Let's see if there's any cheap gems. There's some, like, let's have a look. 79. There we go. Let's break these open. Oh, here we go. All right. Got enough. We actually have way more than needed now, so let's sell those, I guess. 50k, maybe. All right. Now we just need now I just need to sell enough Tibia coins. Out of 18kk. How much is that? 600. Did I do it? Okay, I want it. I want to upgrade it. Means I don't. Okay. All right, let's upgrade it. Let's just have the fully upgraded gem. Here we go. This one. Sweep and takedown. Grade 4. Enhance. 75kk that cost. Yep. 75kk for that little upgrade of just one tier. Total, I paid like 200kk to upgrade this gem from like its base version. Plus 6kk to even open a single gem. Yeah, it's an expensive system. Do you prefer Spiritual Outburst? No, I think Spiritual Outburst might be better once you have like tier 3 with like Focus Harmony gems so they can cast it a lot. Yeah, not that good. Kusnier, I noticed a small bug on shared experience calculation in Tibia Pal and ends up with being one level incorrect in some cases. Yeah, well, but I've had that before and I corrected it like twice already and now you say it's wrong again. I don't know. Whatever, then it's wrong by 1, I think. Sometimes if you're on the board on the barrier. I don't know how it works because people have said it that it's broken. They've given me the code to fix it. I added the code and then you say it's still wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it sometime in the future. Okay, we have 7 minutes until our hunting spot, so let's see. So Choking Fears, Divine Wrath is 100% Savage. They have 5.8k health. Then we've got Retchings, which have 5.3k, 103% zap. I think I just have to go criticals on them, to be honest. So we're clearing those. Low blow on Retching, Savage blow on Choking. I think I'm probably not going to bother with Minor Charms. Probably not going to make a difference. I want to save that for Falcons. I'm having fun hunting Falcons these days. You have fully upgraded HP gem. Upper ROSH today. Yes, Upper ROSH today. Yeah, I have a fully upgraded HP gem as well, as you can see here. Like you can see it. You can see it here as well. Yeah, there we go. I have fully upgraded lesser HP gem. Where can I safely XP with Monk on 136? I don't know, dude. Oh god, I don't remember. Then just check out Tibia Pal. 136 safely, I guess it's like Edron Heroes, Carlin Cults, Nightmare Kralos. It's going to be very safe. If you want something harder but more experience, then you'll go like Sunken Quarter. How much XP do you get on Falcons? Around 6.3 raw, something like that. Be a man, go hit lower ROSH. Upper ROSH is more difficult. Grim Reapers with Defense Spray? Well, that's not safely though, is it? I mean, that's not safely. Grim Reapers at 136, yeah, it's doable. But you say you want something safely, so no. That won't be safely. It'll be doable, hardcore. That's about it. Okay, thank you, Gladden. I'll save that note. I'll double check the code later. I think that's what it was, but we'll see. All right. Boost up. It's gotta be Life Drain, right? I don't remember now. It's Life Drain, I think. Nah, not here. X foot wraps worth 90kk. I don't have X foot wraps. I don't think they're like top priority. Once you have like full best in slot for everything, for every item in the game, then you can start considering X foot wraps. I don't think they're really worth otherwise. And 90kk, yeah, it's a lot. All right, let's see if it's free already, because somebody was hunting here. Yeah, he's hunting here. until 3 o'clock. So I guess he's got 3 more minutes. Okay, thank you, Gladden. And the reason we come in here is because I got a nice little choking fear EXP prey here. So pop that. Probably won't hunt for a whole 2 hours, but should be able to hunt for maybe an hour and a half, maybe a bit more. What's the lowest level you'll try mid-Rosh? I don't know what mid-Rosh is, okay? I don't know why every server has different names for everything, okay? For me, this is lower Rosh, okay? This is lower Rosh. You can do it at level 300. This is Roshamuul West for me, all right? This is Roshamuul West here, which you can hunt from like 350, 400, maybe 400 best. Here, you have Roshamuul Bones, which again, around 400. Here, you have Roshamuul Shockheads, which again, level 400 or so. And here you have upper Roshamuul, which you can also arguably split into upper Roshamuul North, up here, and upper Roshamuul South, which is what we're actually going to be hunting today, right? Yeah, and this is like upper Roshamuul South, so this spawn is 400 plus, arguably, with like proper best in slot, and it's still going to be hard, right? This is a hard respawn. Is that not a Frazzlemore in first prey slot? Ah, you are right. I guess we'll pop the Frazzlemore as well. Thank you, Gershon. I didn't even notice. Yeah, we'll pop. There is some Frazzlemores here, right? Not like tons and tons. But yeah, sure. There's a Frazzlemore. We can pop Frazzlemore as well. Which actually reminds me, should I put some charms on Frazzles and Silencers as well? Probably not. Probably don't care enough, right? How much health does Frazzle have? 4k. Let me stick Overpower on Frazzle, right? It's actually going to be pretty good. Overpower. Oh, you also have Roshamuul Mines now, right? Roshamuul Mines, Terror Sleeps and stuff. Actually a solid respawn now as well. All right, I think we have 40 seconds until respawn is free. Ride mines at 300, kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard, but it's doable, and it's a pretty good respawn too. I really enjoy Roshamuul Mines actually. I don't know. Yeah, it's really good once you unlock Fatal Hold on the Fever Sleeps. Once you do that, it's actually really enjoyable because it's really a pain in the ass when they run away. 0 supplies? Not today. Not at Upper Rosh, bro. Not at Upper Rosh. All right, it's just ticked over to our time slot, so I'm going in. Bam, bam, bam. Back. All right, let's go. What's your monk max HP? 5.5k now that I've switched to the other gem. It was like around 6k before, but because I switched to greater gem right now, it means that I've had to give up my lesser gems with HP. Let's skip this. So my HP pool is lower, but I do more damage, so all were. I don't remember the exact pulls that I used to do here, so it's going to take me a couple of laps to remember exactly how I how I hunt here, to be honest. You find kites into half box the most productive EXP per hour? No, the most productive and best way to hunt on the monk is full kite in 24/7 with as many monsters behind you as possible. That is the most efficient way to play with the highest XP per hour. However, depending on how difficult a particular spot is, that may not be a viable hunt. Like if I was just running around on Upper Rosh, pulling 50 monsters behind me, I'd just die. So I just run around for a little bit, get them a little bit low, and then finish off by the wall. But that's not... If I could manage it to run 24/7 and get all the monsters that I can behind me, just like how a paladin would hunt here, then that would be better. But I don't have enough HP pool and survivability to make that work. This is real Tibia now. I'm just hunting now because it's Bewitched event, so... How much is it costing for Soul Mass? I got it really cheap. I got it for 6,500 Tibia coins, which at the time I thought was pretty expensive. But turns out it was a steal, because now it's like you know, 20 KTC somebody paid yesterday, so... What do I think about a new update? I have to say it's fine. It's getting better. Like, you know what? Over the past few updates, I have to give this to Tipsoft. I feel like over the past few updates, they have made big improvements to the updates over the course of test servers. Like, they seemingly are making a lot of good changes throughout the test server, which is not something that was always the case in the past. So, you know, fair enough for that. They are listening to feedback from the test server a bit more. I'm trying to figure out where I used to stand here. There should be like maybe here. It should be like a $5 somewhere. Yeah, the update is fine. Like it's a little small, I would say, you know, for a summer update, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm still looking forward to some proper best in slot though. Oh, I think I used to stand here. Yeah, I used to stand here. Okay, so we need to... Let me update the marker on the map. How much you invested into this game since starting it? About 20 to 30,000 Tibia coins, I think, is the worth of this character now. Of the items, like how much I've put into the character, but the worth of the character is significantly higher. Bad place to stop, I think. Hang on. There we go. I think this is better. I need to update my markers. Calculated your 30 times the salary. We don't talk about that. But and anyway, I always think that calculation is a bit silly, because it's not like if I wasn't playing the game, I'd be able to just be getting extra hours from work, you know? Not like I could go to my boss today at 8 PM and be like, you know, I'm going to work for 2 extra hours. Can I have 2 hours of pay, please? You know, it doesn't really work that way. I suppose unless you're like self-employed and making your own stuff, I suppose maybe it works that way for you then. It doesn't work for me if I'm just working in a company. But I understand your point. Yes, with regard to that kind of worth, no, not worth. It's never going to be worth. 602 monk. Isn't that monk with like full gear as well? Loads of like soul items and stuff. Is the items that's going to drive a lot of that price of that 602 monk? He should have sold the items separately. I saw that auction. I always shake my head at people who sell with items, because it's never Never worth. Let me update. You making any money from streaming and YouTube and stuff? Yeah, a little bit, but not you know, nice money for a hobby, but not to live off. Do you know that you're creating the foundation of Monk content for Tibia? I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised that there isn't more people or creators who took advantage from the Monk's launch, because it was obvious to me that it's going to be a gold mine for creating content. But you know, there's obviously people playing it and streaming and stuff, but it doesn't seem like there's that much YouTube type content for Monk from more people other than me, right? I'm surprised about. For what it's worth, the Monk, I have not actually spent any money. Like, I have not purchased any like Tibia coins. Basically, in years at this point, I'm just using stuff that I've saved up from playing the game, right? I've sold off my gear from my Paladin, and that's basically it. And it was enough to fund my Monk so far. Mógłbyś powiedzieć coś po polsku? Mówię. Siema. Okay, this is a big box. Let's see how we do. This respawn feels, you know, I only hunted here once so far, and I was at level 400. And I have to say, so far it seems a lot easier now. I guess that should make sense, right? I'm now level 513. It should be easier. But I was a little bit worried after the nerf that we had a couple of weeks ago that I would actually be weaker even than level 400. Bonku, thank you. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Shema Shema. Thank you. All right, I think now I've set up my markers. I've sort of reminded myself what is the lap like. I think we can now start considering pushing the respawn a little bit. Let's see how what experience we can push here. I think when I came here at level 400, you know, some months ago, a month ago maybe. I guess it wasn't that long ago. I think we did just over 6k raw. So I'd like to see at least that, right? We have been nerfed, so our damage is lower. But probably I should have made up for it now with levels, though. So we'll see. I'm expecting somewhere between like 6, 6.2, 6.3 maybe. And I don't have Animus here either. I have Animus, I think, on the choking fear, and that's it. I don't think I have Animus on anything else. No supply on here. You know what? It's actually, I thought I would never be able to do it, but actually now that I'm here at a slightly higher level, it feels a lot easier than it used to. I think first of all, if you want a no supply hunt here, you'd have to play differently. So you cannot be doing these like sort of half boxes the way I'm doing them now. You'd have to be kiting at all times, and you just have to be kiting like smaller pools, not like 20 monsters. You'd have to pick up like 10, 12 monsters. Kite them. kite them, kill them, and move on to the next set. You couldn't be doing like this, what I'm doing now. You couldn't be doing this. You'll never be able to do a 0 supply hunt while doing this, what I'm doing now, because you just take too much damage. But I think if you went like sort of easier, you know, more casual, I think you could probably no supply hunt here by, I don't know, 800 maybe, level 800 or so. Yeah, 700 display is going to be a breeze, yeah, probably. I mean, it's already, you know, I don't feel like it's super difficult, to be honest with you. I have to, I suppose I have to use potions, which means it's pretty hard. And it's not common these days that I use potions, so it's pretty hard. But I don't feel like I'm gonna die, you know? Famous last words, I guess, but it doesn't feel particularly, I don't feel at risk of dying very much, I would say. Which, considering how difficult this spawn is, you know, otherwise, for other vocations, I think that's it's pretty funny. Because I know I hunted here on my 500-ish paladin, and I can tell you that it's not this easy. It's doable, but like I'm, you know, clenching my butthole at all times when I'm hunting here on a 500 paladin. The only way I would die here is if I mess up and I get 8-boxed, you know, while kiting. If I get 8-boxed while kiting, then yeah, I can die. But doing this now, this 5-box, oh, I don't know. I don't think I would die. Easy until you miss and get 8-box, yeah, but just don't get 8-box, bro. 5 head. Let me see if I think some of these run up here. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I don't know if I love this particular pull. I feel like can I do a 5-box here maybe? Maybe in there. I think it's a little too far, this one here on the left. Don't know. Maybe it's fine.
Nie dobrze, a ty chuju dobrze. Kurwa, bober.
How's the weapon proficiency going? Do you like it? I think it's fine. Like, it's, you know, I always find Tipsoft features and updates just a little bit uninspired. Like, it's a good feature, but like it's always, whenever they add anything, it leaves me thinking like I wish you just went a little bit further. You know, you just made it a little bit more fun, a little bit more customizable and stuff. Like, I don't know. They're always just so safe. You know, that's always my problem. Like, the idea is fine, but it's always just a little bit. Give me a bit more, please. You know. I always feel like they could do a little bit more, but it's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, when I first saw the trees after I logged into the game on, you know, Monday or whenever the test server was opened, it wasn't very good. It was Tuesday, right? But it seems like they are making improvements already. You know, it's only been a couple of days of the test server, or 3 days, whatever, and it's already a lot better. So hopefully the end state will be a lot better too for every weapon. Because a few of them are still pretty bad. Hello, Maveru. I saw some of the funny ones. Like it, I don't mind them adding like ridiculous perks to those low-level weapons, but I also don't think it's really necessary. I like the snowball one with the random 200% crit damage. Seems kind of strange. Kind of seems not Sips off like to add this kind of random stuff though. I have to say, doesn't seem like them. But somebody had fun with it at least, so whatever. It's fine. Well, ultimately, I'd rather they get the balance right on the, you know, best in slot stuff. Or end game stuff, at least. Do you have a spawn skill wheel planned on Tibia Pal? No. That's way too much stuff to do spawn specific wheels. And it depends too much on like what gems you have and exactly what level. I think creating content for wheel is very hard. And it's hard to be objective, right? It's hard to give a very definitive answer on it. So no, I don't really make wheel stuff. You know, if the test server's down? No, but it usually goes down around this time, right? I think they wanted to update the mage items, right? For the Cobra and Lion and Naga stuff, whatever, I think they haven't done yet. So maybe the test server is down for that patch. Once we finish this lap, we should start seeing like a relatively accurate experience rate, I think. Started to go pretty been hunting pretty effectively, I think, for the past few minutes. At least with this lap. I think maybe there's a chance there's a better lap to be done, but oh, boots of haste there somewhere. I hope nobody steals them. Is there a list of upgrades per weapon somewhere? No, because the UI that Sipsoft has done for it is not super nice for like sharing and making content. I'm gonna leave that comment. I would like it if they added I'd really like, they're not gonna do it, but I have to leave the comment. But it'd be really nice if they added a proficiency planner, like the wheel planner, to the website, so that you could send somebody like a link with all the bonuses for a particular weapon and stuff. I think that would be really cool, but I don't think they'll do it. Because right now it's really hard to make content for YouTube for the trees and stuff, because you need to have all the weapons, and it's really hard to like show exactly what perks there are on each weapon. Guess it's not really their problem as much, but it would be nice if that was nicer. 5.8 KK raw at the moment. Okay, see if we can push that any further. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough and I can't mute myself if if I'm hunting. So you'll have to listen to me cough now and then. I'm really pleasantly surprised by how much easier this is than I remembered. Like when I was here, yeah, a month ago, I remember it was like, you know, so-so. I kind of had to, had to focus. Right now, no problem, to be honest. Actually, you know what? I remember I used to, now it makes sense. I used to do a first pull somewhere around here before moving on, so that these monsters wouldn't get lost on the way. I think I used to do that. Maybe that helps. And how's the profit looking? So 22 minutes, 389k profit. All right. So it's okay. It's obviously not the best that we can do. Okay, I got myself a little semi-trapped here. So I was looking at the profit. It's because we're using a lot of potions, but I think if this was a zero supplies hunt somehow, then the profit would be incredible. So I'll have to see on higher level if we can actually make it zero supplies. What was the experience I did here on the test server? On the test server before all the nerfs, I think it was like 6.5 KK raw, something like that. 6.4 maybe. On live when I hit 400, I think it was around 6 KK raw. And now it looks like we're doing like maybe 5.8, 5.9. I don't know. I can't quite tell yet how I'm optimizing the respawn, whether I'm just playing badly. I would have to come here, I think, off stream, maybe at some point. I haven't been here off stream in a very long time to see what's possible, truly. I think it's 6 KK raw, more or less, is still accurate here, I think. I'm sure I could do 6 KK raw here off stream. Got my boots of haste, nice. Nobody stole them in the one lap that was gone. I guess you weren't fast enough, chatter. .9. We just cracked 5.9. Yeah, 6 is definitely possible. Probably even a little bit more, to be honest. I'm not like... I haven't hunted this respawn very much. I'm certainly not like an expert on optimizing this respawn. I think you can definitely do a little bit more than 6k. In current state, how much XP per hour do you expect here to achieve on, for example, 1k monk? It's really hard to say that, dude. It's really hard to answer that. I don't even know what this respawn caps out at, to be honest. I don't know. 1k monk here? I don't know. 8kk raw, maybe. It's kind of hard to say, really hard to say, dude. There's no character like that in game, you know, nobody's ever tested it like that. So really not easy to answer. Yeah, I don't think this is like necessarily the greatest spot for the monk. Like it's the only reason it's like fine at this level is because you know, you have this energy weapon, which is very good, but I don't think the monk scales super hard in this respawn because I'm always limited to the same amount of creatures. Like it's gonna be faster, obviously, the more damage I have, and I'll be able to kite more and more. But I don't think 10kk raw would be doable here on the monk. I just don't have enough area of effect. Which is the, you know, the problem that the monk will face in every respawn eventually. It's shocking how easy this is, though. Like, I'm really not using that many potions. 30 minutes in, we're going to do about 600 potions. That's 1,200 per hour. Like, that's not nothing. That's significant, obviously. But I honestly feel like I'm over-potting a fair amount. I think I could conceivably drop down to using, like, Exura Gran here. Or at least, like, Great Mana Potions. And probably increase the profit quite a lot. It's not very difficult at the moment. You still might need like GSPs, Ultimate Spirit Potions, sorry, USPs, Ultimate Spirit Potions for like bigger pulls, you know, and you have like 30 chasing you. But for the most part, you can almost just leech. Like when you have like 6-7 monsters or something. Really not as bad as I remember this place. And I don't even really have the right imbuement either. Like the ideal imbuement, it looks like, would be Death Protection. 7% death damage here. Also, after the update, there's this new Greater Garlic Necklace, right? And that would probably be pretty damn good here as well. 50% life drain protection. Well, it's 20% life drain damage here. That would be like 10%. That would be like 10% damage reduction for everything. That would be pretty good. Except it kind of depends how expensive and stuff they are, because I have a feeling that those greater garlic necklaces will be pretty expensive. They'll probably be pretty rare and expensive. Otherwise, they're just like too OP. If they're going to be common. Life drain becomes a joke then pretty much everywhere. They make them 500 charges, chatter. Yes, exactly. Unless they're going to change that, but at the moment they're 500 charges for 50% life drain protection. So it's got to be very damn rare for that not to be super broken and a bunch of respawns. $30 minutes in, we've got 600k profit. A pretty nice profit for what's a pretty good respawn. That's otherwise quite difficult. Actually, we're even up to 660k profit now in 30 minutes. That's like 1.3kk per hour. While chugging USPs, right? If this, like, let's have a look. The raw amount of loot we have in 30 minutes is 950k. So if I was able to somehow make this 0 supplies, this would be a 1.9kk profit per hour respawn. The loot here is good. Like, there's a lot of loot, but you do need to use a lot of supplies to make it work, which is why that's fine. Oh, hang on a minute. Here is a nice $5 as well, potentially. No, it's not great here. But good to know that I can at least run away here if there's too many monsters. Premium garlic necklace recharged with silver tokens. Oh dear. I mean, that's... I don't know if that would be such a bad thing. Probably couldn't be 50% though. I think 50% is too much because that basically negates life drain damage at that point. Don't flimsies like deal a ton of life drain damage? So it would be nice for flimsies as well. How many months here to pay for this equipment? Well, considering the equipment is appreciated in price, you know, it's an investment, bro. And 0 time, you know, it's already worth more than I paid for it. Anyway, if you wanted to make profit, currently the best profit for me is probably bash moves. I can do zero supplies bash moves, which mean I can make about 1.8 KK profit per hour there. Does life drain return a life to the monster now? You'd think, but no. It's just a different damage type. It doesn't have any extra special mechanic. Just like mana drain does not add mana to the monster. Yep, yeah, absolutely, chatter. It's gonna be like an oh shit item. Although I think some bosses do a lot of life drain damage. You know? Either some Soul War bosses or some Rotten Blood bosses where it might be pretty nice to have those. Hey, about profit hunts, what is the best profit on 200? I think on 200 you have a bunch of profit places which are like 600k per hour. I think where hyenas are good, Medusa Tower is good, Drake and Wolves are good. There's a bunch of places which are more or less the same. I don't know if there is like a one extra profitable spot. What are your thoughts on my greater gem? 12% crit extra damage from San and extra 10% chance for crit from San. How will it change after update? Well, we gain a lot more crit damage and crit chance multipliers, so both of those should be better after the update. I doubt that either of them would be better than the base damage though, so they're gonna be less shit, I guess, but I don't know if that's gonna make them good. Is this a 4K monitor? No, it's a 2K monitor. How much I spend on the equipment? I haven't spent that much on the equipment. This is the thing, like asking me how much I spend on equipment is kind of irrelevant because it's much more expensive now. I was one of the higher levels, you know, in the game when I was buying the equipment, so there was not that much demand, right? I got a moon spade for 35 KK, and a week later I sold it for like 105. Same with like mutant legs. I bought the mutant legs at the time for 30 KK and then sold them for, you know, a month later for 105 KK. I bought the Soul Kamas for 270 KK, which I could now sell for like 700 KK. So, you know, it's kind of irrelevant. Me, myself, though, if you really want to know, I think, honestly, I don't even know. Maybe around 20 KTC for everything, which is, you know, nothing, because I could sell the Soul Kamas alone for that much almost at this point. So, like I say, for me, it's worked out. For me, it's worked out really well with the prices. Obviously, this only really makes sense if I ever actually sell the items, which is not a given. But yeah, currently the value of my items is way, way higher than what I paid for them, so I'm happy. Show me your wheel, please. When do you think I'm going to have the time to show you my wheel, Lecter? I'm just using, right now, I've literally just got the level for a greater gem. So I'm just using the greater gem in the ascetic quadrant, and it's literally it. One greater gem. I have no points for anything else. In the ascetic quadrant, bottom left. Damn it. Oh, no, not here. What am I doing? I was using the rending Infernial Claws. The basic Infernial Claws, you know, obviously a inferior version. So I was using the rending, the crit imbued, crit enhanced Infernial Claws. I mean, it's not a massive difference though. Like basically 8% extra crit damage or something. So, you know, it's nice, but it's not a game changer. Yeah, I guess that could work, chat. I'm considering if I hit if I hit level 600 and Soul Kamas is still around like 20 KTC, I genuinely may just consider selling it for a few months and just hunting with the Sanguine Claws and just not hunt anything that requires energy, because ridiculous. It's so expensive. Surely it has to go down, right? I may as well make some money from it. If I hit 600 and Soul Kamas is 20 KTC, I'll sell it. What's best, 1 greater or 4 HP gems? Well, that's really dependent, isn't it? It's really dependent on the greater gem and on the spot. Like, if you're hunting something really hardcore and your 4 HP gems make it a lot easier and make you not die, then obviously that's better. If you're hunting something really, really easy, then a greater gem with like damage bonuses is probably better. Like the HP gems do not give that much power, really. They give survivability, right? And comfort. If you don't need that because you're hunting something that's already fairly easy for you, then a greater gem with like base damage to like Exori Gran or Mass San or Sweep and Takedown, whatever, is likely going to be better. Course, how many spots? Where could I not hunt once I sold Soul Kamas? I don't know. Nagas I can still use. Cobras is probably the main one. Actually, now that I think of it, Cobra is very, very good for the monk. So I couldn't hunt Cobras if I sold Soul Kamas, right? Because they're immune to Earth. Now I don't love hunting Cobras anyway, because I don't like the mechanic with the poison in the supper. That's the main reason I don't really like hunting there, because it's bit of a chore to have to do that, and I forget, and it's annoying. I could hunt Nagas. I could still hunt Falcons, I believe. I could hunt dragons. This is the main thing. Dragons, mega dragons is probably my go-to spot at level 600. Once I have my Sanguine Claw. So I could still hunt there. What else is good? I could still hunt Buried Cathedral. I couldn't hunt Upper Roshamuul. Don't know, dude. I would have to do a quick list. Like, when I start reaching 600, I'll do a quick list of places where I could hunt if I sold the Solkamas. If it's a big list of, like, good places, then yeah, I could just soul. Have you tried Falcons? Yeah, I've tried Falcons. I've hunted a bunch of Falcons. I would say it's a bit better than Upper ROSH now. At this level, at least. Harder, though. I'm honestly, I've said this like now a few times in this stream. Like, for some reason, this is really genuinely quite easy. Like, I'm really not focusing very hard. And I don't even have minor charms here. So I don't have minor charms, Void and Vamp. And yet, it still feels very, very easy. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what's changed that it feels so easy for me today. Falcon's definitely much harder than this. On Falcons, you don't like stop to 5 bucks yourself because they do too much damage. The only thing that's hard about this respawn is that these monsters here are very, very fast. So you really have to be on top of your game to not get trapped while you're kiting them like this. Because they are very quick and they will trap you very, very quickly. Too bad only Solkamas has Chain Penance perks. Well, Sanguine Claw has Sweep and Takedown, which I have a base damage. I have a base damage perk for Sanguine Sweep and Takedown in my Greater Gem. So having crit stuff in the Sanguine Claw tree, I'm pretty happy about. Steal some monsters from the south side. Maybe loot a few unlooted corpses as well while I'm at it. Could do. Bulltors, yeah, Bulltors is another one. Bulltors should be pretty good as well, right? Hey, good, I haven't seen you here for a while. Thought that you quit Twitch streams. No, I'm just not a full-time Twitch streamer. I have a full-time job and kids and stuff, so you know, I don't stream every day. It's not really possible. And anyway, I was sick the past few days, which didn't help. You know, I try to stream when I have some time and when I want to, right? It's not my job, so if I don't feel like it for whatever reason, then I just don't stream. And I do my best to stream when I do have some time, and I'm up to it. But yeah, we don't have any set schedule, and sometimes that means I'll go like a week with no stream. I do my best. I do my best, you know, with my life situation. It's not super easy to be streaming that much, having a full-time job and 2 young kids. But the Bewitched event certainly has me a little bit more into Tibia again, because you know I've been playing it so much since the monk came out. I actually did feel a bit burnt out like the past couple of weeks. I was a little bit sick of the game. I was sick in real life and I was sick of the game as well, which didn't help with my motivation to stream. But you know, now the Bewitched event is back, the test server has started, summer update is around the corner, so I've kind of regained a little bit more motivation again. So yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a few more streams over the coming weeks. And when the summer update hits, obviously we'll have to be grinding our weapon proficiency. So did I upgrade my HP gem as well? Absolutely. Fish, absolutely. Your lesser HP gem, super worth to upgrade. It's expensive. I mean, the whole upgrade costs 37kk, I believe. But that's like forever and for all your gems as well. It's not just for one, right? All your HP gems will be upgraded like that. But yeah, definitely should do it if you have some. A good trip during double. You know what? Not sure yet. I think I may have gotten away with it. Chatter. I think I may go for a little mini trip in the week prior to the double. So I may go like on Wednesday, Thursday before the double next week, you know? So that the double is sacred, you know? The double is sacred. But we'll see. It's not 100% yet. Not 100%. Anyway, you know, I have kids on the weekend and stuff anyway, so either way, I can't stream too much on the weekend. Damn kids. No. Oh, misclick. The healing from using spenders is insane. Yeah, like when you do like a proper 5-stack spender, you like heal to max basically. It's insane. And this is like nerfed, I think, a fair amount as well. How many HP gems should I look to have? I think minimum 2. Like generally speaking, if you have 2 flat HP gems, you're gonna be more or less okay. I would have liked to have 3. Like there were times in the wheel when I wanted to have 3, but I only had 2, and I was missing 1. So between 2 and 3. I don't think I'll ever need 4. Training ones all the double. Wands. I'll be going for fists. I need more fist fighting still. Seeing some of the crit damages that I do with the sweep and takedown already make me really excited for some of the weapon trees. Like you get so much crit damage and crit chance on the sweep and takedown. I think, you know, there's room to be doing some crazy stuff. Like if you go, I think there's like crit damage for sweep and takedown. And imagine you put that from the Sanguine Claw. You do damage prey, you do savage blow on some monster as well, and it's a monster that's like weak to earth damage as well. You could be doing like some insane hits with a crit from sweep and takedown at that point. I may do a little video trying to one-shot like a Deathling Scout or something. Or like a Mega Dragon. I think it might be possible with a good crit. You watch my videos, Chris? I'm already slapping spawns. Good job, my man. Good job. Yes, the monk is very, very powerful. But also fun. I still stand by the statement that I just really enjoy playing it in general. You know what? Looks like we might be off cap, so why don't we do a quick run to town? Quick refill. Spirits for 1200. Let's go. All right. That was like an F1 type refill, you know, when they change the tires on the car, and it's like 2 seconds. That was the sort of refill that we've just done. Yeah, pit stop. That's the one. World record. Yeah. Efficient, very efficient. That's what I'm about. Do you have any idea how long Tipsoft has been developing the Monk class before it was released? I don't believe we have any specific numbers, but I can assume at least a year prior to when it was released. You know, seeing as it wasn't like part of a major update, it must have just been sort of slowly developed over a year or two, I would guess. I think they alluded to like a couple of years or something like that. Probably a couple of years since it was like, you know, brought up first. Good question. I just hit 130 yesterday. Should I ditch Great Mana Potions for Ultimate Spirit Potion or keep using Greats? Love your content. Personally, I just use Ultimate Spirit Potions all the time. But that is because the monk just makes insane profits everywhere anyway while using Ultimate Spirit Potions. But that is the case at a higher level. If you're only 130... If you're 130, personally, I would say you should use Ultimate Spirit Potions at difficult respawns. So if you're gonna go, I don't know, Barkless or Grim Reapers, yeah, go with Ultimate Spirit Potions. But everything else, that's not like super hard, you know? Maybe stick to Great Mana Potions for now because you're probably not doing like amazing profits just yet at level 130. So maybe just, yeah, probably hold off. But by the time you're like level 300 plus, unless you are like a proper pasta farmer who only plays this game to, you know, make some money, then I would probably recommend switching to Ultimate Spirit Potions pretty much everywhere just because it's much more comfortable. And you're making giga profits wherever you go anyway, so who cares if you spend, you know, 100k per hour more in supplies, but have a much nicer, more comfortable play style. What team hunts on 200 plus other than Buried Cathedral? I don't know, dude. I don't remember. I don't team hunt. What do you team hunt at 200? I don't know. You can probably go prison, right? At 200, or is that too early? Something like prison, Oromon Catacombs, maybe. Not Buried Cathedral. How about Burst of Spectres in the Russia then? For an alternative. Any estimated date? You know what? I would say 21st of July. Around then. Still a while. I think the changes that they have to make during this test server to all the weapons are going to be pretty slow going. So it's going to take a little while to conclude the test server this time around. There's probably a lot of manual work that they have to do to like change all the weapon trees all the time. So I wouldn't expect it very soon. Gemma's Vito. Smooth transition into the winter update. I hope not. I really want the bloody Imbue Scrolls. I'm really looking forward to the Imbue Scrolls. That's the big feature for me. They can forget the weapon trees. I'm not that bothered about that, but I definitely want the Imbue Scrolls. Should I ditch my Paladin to play Monk? I think you should play what you enjoy. If you enjoy the Paladin, it's playstyle and you have fun playing it, do not compare yourself to the Monk and just play the Paladin. But if you're not that bothered, if Paladin is just okay, yeah, sure, by all means, you know, try something else. I did not enjoy Paladin all that much. Like, Paladin is okay to me, but I did not enjoy the playstyle super much because of the runes. I don't like using runes, so I was happy to switch to a non-rune vocation. Well, you can always play multiple vocations. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's fine, Chris. I know you don't have to be chasing higher levels over and over. Like I've always had many characters and try different things because I get bored as well. You could always create a secondary monk or something and just play on that a little bit. And if you really enjoy it, then you can sell your paladin afterwards. Like, you're not very far behind. I mean, the monk's still only been out for what, just over 2 months, almost 3 months now, I guess. You know, compared to all the other vocations, you are still, having not created a monk at all yet, 3 months in, you are still closer to #1 monk than you are to #1 EK paladin, sorcerer, or druid, I'm sure. Unless you're like level 2k plus, which I guess majority of people are not. I still don't like this pull. I still want to find a different place somewhere to kill this off first, maybe. And then go for the next pull. I don't like it. I don't know where to do it. Maybe like here, 6 box. I don't know. But then this one's going to be too small here, no? Ah. Transition scrolls. Yeah, I did that. I transitioned him by killing him 100 times. Sent him straight back to Dawnport, and then he transitioned to a monk. I already got that in game, don't worry. Transcendence pot, thank you. That is also technically going to happen with the update, right? The little new UI for tracking Transcendence Potion. I guess that's why I'll use the new status HUD thingy for. It's a Transcendence Potion tracker. That's its purpose. Not with the screen clutter. I'll play around with it. I'll give it a go. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe I'll just get used to it. But yeah, it's a tough sell. I hope they do add the abilities, cooldowns and stuff. That would be actually useful for Focus Harmony and Focus Serenity. They're not gonna add it this update, obviously. You know, it wouldn't be Tipsoft if they didn't add half-baked features in and then have some content for the future update. Isn't it going to offset your health and mana bar? I'm assuming they're going to change that. If it offsets your arcs and stuff to the side, then of course I'm not going to use it because it looks horrible. I'm assuming they're going to fix that though. Oh, looks like I'm out of XP boost. Let's go. Oh, Valor type boosting there. I guess I haven't learned my lesson yet since the incident in Azalon Castle. Yes, I was at least wallboxing there, yes. Yeah, the Azilon Castle incident was really stupid. Like, I was really overconfident to do it there. Oh, never mind. Didn't die though, so I guess it didn't matter. Nyadis is not working on this top update, that's why it's shit. Yeah, you know what, now that you mention it, yeah, I've not seen much of him in the comments, right? Yeah, maybe. Nyadis is the man. I hope he hasn't like moved to persist or something. That would suck. I do like Nyadis. I just think that they spent too much resources on the monk. They spending too many resources on balancing the monk, you know, on the nerfs and stuff. I think they should just move the nerf team away from nerfing monk and put them on the summer update. That's what I think they should do. Then the summer update would be much better. Moved them to Siberia. Hey. Nerfs provide a lot of good content for me. I get the most viewers by far, like on the day of the nerf, you know? Outrage sells, you know? Why do you think I'm doing all the zero supply hunts? I want the nerfs to make content about the nerfs, you know? Hate watch. Yeah, hate watch has come to blame me, yeah. Love it. No publicity is bad publicity, huh? At least in the content creation world. Although Asterix Tricks may not agree with that. Apparently he's like left the content creation world since my expose. Poor dude, but I guess he shouldn't have been scamming. Well, if Tipsoft is watching, then I don't want any more nerfs. I believe the monk is perfectly balanced now. He is exactly the right level that he should be, and they shouldn't touch him anymore. His Tibia drone performance illustrates that he's perfectly balanced and in line with all the other vocations. Hence, no more nerfs. Focus on the summer update, please. Have you not seen the video I made like some months back, Sobek, about there was this 2K paladin dude who set his cyclopedia values on like greater health potions and greater mana potions, like 500 GP each, and like demonic essence to like 3K and stuff to inflate like his profits that he was making in Pumin. You know, he was making like 4K profit per hour in Pumin, and you know, people looked at it. I know it's okay, whatever. People take it at face value mostly, but then, you know, people who knew how much profit you make there started taking a look, and then, you know, we like went frame by frame through like his VOD, and yeah, and you know, we saw that he looted like 7 platinum coins and a great health potion, and his profit went up by like 1.2K. So, you know, we did a bit of an investigation. We called him out, made a video on YouTube, and the dude tried to fight it to start with. He had like a podcast. He had like some podcast, whatever, with like some other Brazilian streamers where he was explaining himself and stuff. Proper like soap opera drama type. It was pretty damn funny. But anyway, apparently, you know, he has given up streaming since then. So unlucky. He tried to get my video taken down as well. He did a DMCA takedown on YouTube, which YouTube basically laughed in his face for, said it's perfectly fair use what I did. So unlucky. Keep taking L's. The dude was taking L after L. Unlucky. Did you test Cobras? Not. I've been doing Cobra Basement now and then when I had some time, but Cobra Bastion is almost always taken, so I haven't actually tested Cobra Bastion like 100 levels at this point. But it is on my list to go back to Cobra Bastion because I see the things that Viklund is doing there, so I definitely wanna revisit and go to Cobra Bastion myself at some point soon. I don't know what's possible, but Cobra Basement is like 6'7", 6'8" raw, so Bastion's definitely over 7. It was Brazilian. You think you won't stream again because people are serious about the game? You know what? I think I actually don't think the fact that he was faking the numbers as much would have been that much of an issue. What I think the Brazilian community really didn't like about that is that I was the one to expose him. Like, it was embarrassing for them, right? Like, a foreigner exposing like a Brazilian dude as like a cheat. It's not a good look, right? It's embarrassing for the Brazilian community. I think if a Brazilian streamer made a video that like I made exposing him, I think it would have been way less outrage in the Brazilian community, you know, about that guy. That's what I think. Could be wrong. Could be off base, but I feel like being exposed by a foreigner making your nation look bad, that's probably a big part of why they were upset at him. What about Aslan Castle? Yeah, Aslan Castle's good. We fronted there a bunch. I've got full bestiary there now. Aslan Castle's like, I think 6'3", 6'4" for me. Obviously, everything I talk about is charms only, right? No praise. I don't use damage praise. I just use EXP praise if they roll for free. But I don't actually use praise. I don't pay for praise ever. But yeah, Aslan Castle I think is like 6'3", 6'4". Right now, I think best place is Cobra Bastion for me. After Cobra Bastion, it's probably Nagas. After Nagas, it's probably Cobra Basement as the third best spot. And honestly, after that, it's probably Azalon. And after that, there's just like a bunch of possible places. After that, you've got like Falcons, you've got Ixupan Occupied Sanctuary, you've got Upper ROSH, you've got Terror Sleeps, you've got a bunch of places that are good. Right, but yeah, the best ones, yeah, Cobra, Bastion, Cobra Basement, Nagas, and Azalon, probably the best spots like in this sort of level range.
Somehow, I hope you're okay. All those memories in your
I think next time I come here, maybe it'll be off stream, but I'll try clockwise loop. I wonder if clockwise loop might be easier or better. Because I don't see how to solve this pull now that I'm doing. Like it's too long and too big, and then monsters run away and I don't finish them, but I don't see a good spot to kill them prior to here. So maybe I'll try a clockwise run and see how that goes. Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't regret exposing him. I thought it was so ridiculous. When it's so obvious as well. That's also like the problem. Like, it wasn't even particularly well thought out. I think if you wanted to cheat results, like the best way to do it would probably be to like pop drone potions before like a hunt, right? I feel like that's probably the best. Second best, maybe to have like hidden praise and like do like an overlay on your stream where it shows that you don't have any praise active, but in fact you have like damage prey or defense prey. Although that is already tricky, because if somebody is determined enough, if they suspect that that's something that you're doing, they could look at the damage that you do, at the damage you take, and expose you as well. So probably not possible either. There's not that many ways to hide the improvements to your character. I think drone potions is probably the best way you could fake results without it being very hard to track down. This is a long time ago now, Rissa. We're just reminiscing. If you go on my YouTube and you search my channel for like Hammer, I think you should be able to find it. Believe it or not, I don't have that many drama like videos. I try and stay away from it, but that was too outrageous to me not to not to expose it. All right. Is that something I'm doing? Nah, see, this is the thing. I think at a certain point, once you have enough of an audience and enough people watching you, if you try and start faking stuff like secretly behind the scenes, you are really risking a lot, because believe me, there are some determined people out there who will find out. It may not be for a week, may not be for a month, but eventually, you know, if say I was popping like a crit chance drone potion before stream, somebody one day would end up sitting there watching my stream for a whole hour, count all the crits that I did, and then would say that, you know, it's consistent with having a drone potion active. So no, I guess I don't have to say it, but obviously I do not use anything that is not visible on screen at all times. Hey Lugo, yeah, all good. Hope your Asura Mirror hunts are going better, Lugo. I helped Lugo a bit with a review of his VOD a few days ago. Maybe using some amplification potion before the stream. But again, that you could probably figure that out, right? You could take like if somebody was determined enough, you could check like the damage stuff. I have like my input analyzer and stuff. I'm sure it could be figured out. But it is hard though. Like drone potions is probably the hardest part to like track down. If somebody wanted to fake some results, right? On like a YouTube video, it would be super easy, right? You make a YouTube video, you pop 5 different drone potions before recording, you don't mention it, and wow, your results are awesome, right? You're the best player in the world, sort of thing. Not that I thought about it very much, you know? Lies have short legs. We have the same saying in Polish. Exactly the same saying. Want to review my Grim Reaper's VOD? No problem. Yeah, it can go up to 4. I don't know if you can do 4 on a 170. Probably. Yeah, by all means, though, Blood. You can ideally ping it to me on Discord. I'll have a look at some point. No problem. Got a stamina potion from wave 51. Lucky. Couple of dromes ago, I was like rank 8 or something. I got 2 potions, and grand total, they were both amplifications or something, so I got like 600k total for both of them. This time though, I got a bit more lucky. I was rank 8 again. Just this drone just finished. I reached wave 93. And I got wealth duplex and bestiary betterment. So I guess still not as good as stamina potion. Stamina potion is still more expensive than both the potions I got, but at least it was okay this time. I think I sold them for like 6k total. Close to 400 and you need to change respawn. Yeah, I mean by 400, the Sura mirror is becoming a little weak for the monk. Nagas, I guess, is your next place. Yeah, Drome is definitely worth doing, to be honest, especially if you can guarantee a potion. If you can definitely guarantee gain a potion, then yeah, it's worth. I haven't done Drome yet this time because, you know, the next Drome deadline is just after the double experience weekend. So I'm assuming I'm going to pick up another 30 levels or so in the next 2 weeks. So I'm gonna do the Drome after the double, just before the deadline. I'll probably be able to pick up a couple more waves. Hey Mouton, do you think the Ethereal Ring offers the best cost benefit from all best in slot items? It's pretty cheap, right? It's pretty cheap. Probably. It's very nice. I mean, myself, I do like to get the sort of permanent items. I would probably go for the Ethereal Coned Hat as my first best in slot item in that level range, assuming that you can't get Solcamass. Obviously, Solcamass is like obscenely expensive, but ignoring Solcamass, I would probably go for the helmet, then for the ring, then for the armor, and then last for the boots. Obviously, Solcamass is the best out of the lot, but also, you know, we don't talk about the price. -1 Cobras with battle mail with imbued with death protection. Solid. That would be solid, yeah. You will need charms though, probably. I think maybe we just stop here. This is what I was doing before, I think. Maybe stop here. Finish off the pull here and then go to the next one. Let's see. This could work, I think. Let's see how many monsters we now have in this next pull, if it's still sufficient. I guess this is still fine. Yeah, okay, maybe that works. Yeah, we do that pull over there. Skipping Demon Mango and opting for Ethereal Coned Hat. Yeah, Demon Mango's good, obviously, but again, ridiculously expensive, ridiculously rare. And the thing is about the Demon Mango, I think it's gonna drop in price soon. It's after the server, the summer update hits, right? We're actually gonna get a solid alternative helmet from the new quest line for the monks. So I think Demon Mango prices are gonna go down. I'm not sure about the legs though, because the legs that they are adding still don't have any physical protection, so they're not really going to compete with the mutant trousers, unfortunately. So the mutant trousers probably going to be expensive for a long time. Do you think it could work well? Yeah, I think that's probably the prime usage for the Marudri battle mail. Because of its earth protection, that's actually really nice at the Cobras. So yeah, that could work, I guess. Good luck. Although it's gonna be hard. Like, I have to say, Luca, just to warn you, like if you were struggling a little bit getting 5kk raw in mirror, be prepared that cobras are much harder than the Sura mirror. It's doable, but yeah, just be careful, I suppose, the first couple of times you go. Yeah, 105kk. Yeah. Is that you, Naughty Fister? Yeah, must be you. $70kk for it right now with the Demon Mengu. I think my friend Arva sold one for 60kk yesterday, or is it still on the market? Not sure. You got a name log? Oh my god. I really hate people that have been annoying about the monk names. Just grow up. Mine Never Stop Fisting was also renamed. It's so stupid. Is Arva quitting his monk? He just said that he currently feels absolute zero desire to play the game. It's not like he's like quitting, but he's just not interested in the game at the moment. And also his wife is pregnant with another child. You know, he's coming in a couple of months or something like that, I think. So basically he's not gonna have much time to play, so he figured he'll just sell his equipment, and when he comes back in some months he'll just rebuy it. So I think it's more along those lines. I don't think he's like, you know, he's not like quitting Tibia or whatever type of situation. He's just selling off his gear because it's very valuable right now and probably won't be as valuable a few months from now. But I think when he comes back, he'll probably come back on the monk. Fiery, hey up, Fiery. Long time no see, mostly because I've not been around. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. When is the summer update? I love questions like this. I really love when people think I have a crystal ball or that I am Tipsoft. I do not know when the summer update is, friend. It's not been announced. I expect it's going to be late July. Where have I been? Well, I haven't really been anywhere, to be honest. I played a lot a couple of weeks ago, and I burnt out a little bit, and I felt like I needed a little bit of time off. So I was off for a few days, and just when I was ready to come back and start streaming again, like on Friday, I got sick. And then I was like, oh, I'll just wait another few days. So it ended up being quite a few days with no streams, like a week and a half or so. But now I'm more or less back. So yeah, I'll be doing a little bit more streaming now. Although, at the same time, I have started basically a new job. It's still my same company. Like I'm in a different department, different team, doing a whole different project. Which obviously comes with a lot more responsibilities and work to start with, you know, to get onboarded and stuff. So I just in general have a little bit less time than I had, you know, a few weeks ago. But I'm still around, no problem. Thanks. Still playing, you know, still progressing my character. Now that Bewitched is live and the double is coming up, you know, I've got my motivation back a little bit. You know, on the grind for level 600. Fisherman as 6th vocation. You know, they have added those fishing bonuses to those weapons, right? It's a bit sus. It's a bit... They're hinting, you know? I think they're hinting. When they announce the fisherman, you know, 2 years from now, we'll all be like, the signs were there, man. The signs were there, you know? I believe it. I believe it. Or instead of adding a 6th vocation, they just teasing a fishing rework, right? They're going to add more powerful potions which can only be fished out of the water. More powerful runes. Or finally we'll get new best in slot items that'll have like 1 in a billion chance of being fished out of the water. That's winter update 2025. You heard it here first. Stone Refiners full of free account players. Yes, I know. It's amazing when you get the rare opportunity to hunt it solo though. But yes, otherwise a pain in the ass. I agree. Fish out a monster out of the water like Pokemon. Oh god. Those monsters would have to give some good experience for people to put up with that. Fishing rework and cooking introduced. You know what? I'd be happy with that. If it carried some solid bonuses and stuff, I'd be happy with that as the winter update. Even if they didn't add like a new city or anything, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with fishing rework and like cooking and like some jobs, you know. Then you could go down to like the World of Warcraft route with like tailoring and smithing and whatever. I'm on board with that. You still been playing the PoE League? You know, I actually kind of stopped. I created a new character over the weekend in SSF, and I got like level 90 something. I just kind of got bored. I don't know. I'll play again. I'll definitely go back to the PoE League at some point. To do like 40 out of 40 challenges. But it'll probably be after the double. I guess for the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to be playing Bewitched and double event. And then maybe after that, I'll go back to PoE. You bought that monk or you level up yourself? So this was a rooked character. So I bought, before the monk was released, I bought a level 400 or so paladin with like some charms and stuff, and I rooked it, and then I created a monk from it. So, but yes, I leveled it from level 8 monk, right? What game is SSF? Yeah, it's just a mode within Path of Exile. Basic, it's like Iron Man in Tibia, you know, like you kind of not interacting with other players. You just kind of looting everything yourself. Basically, it's like kind of hard mode. Path of Exile for me is a little bit too easy without playing this SSF mode. I sort of complete it a little bit too quickly, and then I don't have very much fun with that. So usually what I do is I create a character in Path of Exile, and I play it solo self-bound, and I like complete as much content as I can, I complete as many challenges as I can, and then at the end of it, I transfer it to like a trade league where you can actually trade, and then I just spend all the money and I just make the character absolutely insane, and then I stop playing it. Usually how it goes. Do you anticipate more nerfs to the monk? I have to choose my words very carefully. I think in the level range in which the monk is the strongest at the moment, so 250 to 500 or so, I think the monk is still unreasonably strong compared to other vocations. However, without this strength, the monk is very weak compared to other vocations, especially as the game scales. Therefore, I do not believe it makes sense to nerf the monk and take away its only strength until we give the monk different perks and strengths in other level ranges. So, I believe that the monk should have its end game / late game nerfed, and at the same time, I would not be against nerfing its mid game, which is still after 3 nerfs, it's still very, very strong and probably a little too strong. But considering how weak it is currently in like endgame team hunting, I think that's fine that it's so strong in the mid game. There we go. That's my current opinion. Yeah, I don't play hardcore in Path of Exile. I don't like the bullshit that just kills you randomly. So no, I just play softcore solo self-found. Anti-Ajax. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. Ooh, level 515. Just leveled up. Very politically correct answer. Thank you. You can tell I work for a big multinational corporation. They've taught me well about corporate speak and political answers. Guess it's no surprise that's the company I work for. Is there a difference for you between Prime and regular sub? Generally regular subs are more expensive and give me more money. Like an average, just for an example, right? An average Prime sub. Cody with a Prime sub. Thank you. An average Prime sub in my stats for me is like €2 maybe that I get from a Prime sub. It depends on location, right? Because it depends how much somebody pays for Prime. Somebody in the US pays for Prime more and their Prime sub is worth more to me. Somebody in Poland where Prime, for example, is very cheap, it means I only get like €1.50 or something from a Prime sub. But a tier 1 sub, like a regular sub, is more expensive, and therefore I get a bigger cut of that as well. It doesn't matter though. A Prime sub is absolutely fine and very much appreciated. So don't worry about it. Do you lose monies from Somalian Prime? I don't get many of those. Have you tested Virtue of Healing and harder spawns? From my testing, it allows me to use Great Mana early at spawns and thus switch from wasting to profiting sooner. So the thing about the Virtue of Healing is that if you need to use it at a spawn, then the results aren't possible, that the respawn is not good enough to hunt yet. Like that is my expectation. If you need to use Virtue of Healing, then you're probably too weak to hunt a spawn, and your results aren't going to be better than the best spawn in your level range that doesn't require using Virtue of Healing. LTFC Styles 98 with the Prime. So thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. So yeah, definitely Virtue of Healing will allow you to hunt spots earlier and potentially profit earlier. But I think unless unless the monster is like boosted or something, you're probably better off hunting something that you can hunt without Virtue of Healing. How do you stay motivated at higher levels? It's hard, dude. I'm very bad for it at staying motivated in Tibia. For me, streaming and YouTube and making content is like, that is the motivator for me. Like that gives me so much more drive and motivation to keep making content. Otherwise, I'd be long gone in this game because yeah, there is it's hard to find intrinsic motivation in this game, at least for me. Some people, you know, play this game for years and years and they grind the same spots over and over and they have fun with it, and that's great. I'm not like that, unfortunately. I don't get this natural pleasure from just grinding this game over and over, but I do get a lot of pleasure from being able to make the content and interact with people and have a nice community and stuff. So that honestly is the only reason why I still play this game. If tomorrow I was banned from Twitch and banned from YouTube and banned from Tibia for like whatever reason, yeah, I would not be coming back. But yeah, I guess I didn't answer your question at all. I don't know how to stay motivated. You have to find something that gives you motivation. It's going to be a very personal thing, I think. Virtual healing in deadly situations and while running through spawns. Yep, exactly. I have a hotkey on virtual healing. If I get trapped or something, you know. I have my summon familiar and virtual healing hotkeys right next to each other. So if I get trapped, I just tap those two hotkeys, get a summon going, switch to virtual healing, and hopefully survive that way. And that is my only use case for virtual healing. And by the way, I'm just looking at the time. It's gotten actually surprisingly late, so we're gonna finish this lap, and I'm gonna drop. Getting banned sounds like a blessing. Yeah, in a way, I suppose. Finally free. Nah, I like the community side of Tibia. I really do like being able to have this channel and you know, meet so many people and interact in so many cool ways with so many people. That's awesome. Like, it really fills my social needs as a human, because I don't have very much time to like go out and meet friends and, you know, with like young kids and stuff. So, you know, of course I have a few friends like in, you know, where I live, you know, that will meet up with the kids and stuff. But generally speaking, majority of like my friendships and social interactions, like vast majority, come from like basically the content creation and my Discord and stuff. So it's really awesome for that. Really, really awesome. And that really gives me the drive to keep playing Tibia. Does it make sense to buy Sanguine Claws while they're cheap? Yes, I think so. That's what I did. I do think that once older monks start hitting like 600, probably the price will go up a little bit. Not a lot though, because there's a lot of supply of them. But yeah, I bought them just to be safe and have them. You know, I bought them for like 80kk, I think. But yeah, I do think it probably makes sense just to be safe. It's possible that they're gonna go up in price, so. Do you play PvP? And if not, why not? I don't play PvP because from the back in the old days when death penalty was very steep, I hated dying, you know? I really hated dying in Tibia. I was quite emotional about it. There were many times when I was a kid I died and I was like crying to my mom and stuff. So, you know, kind of pathetic, obviously, but I hated dying in the game. So that was not very, didn't make sense for me to be playing PvP because I took it too hard. And, you know, in the modern days, I just don't really see much use or value in PvP and Tibia. I don't know. It just does not seem. I don't know. Like, the only type of PvP that I kind of get is like old school OTS PvP, like the stuff that like Kusnier does, like the streamer. You know, that I get because there's like some skill expression in there and stuff. But in modern Tibia, I think it's a waste of time. And it's just about who's got like more firepower and stuff, which I don't know. I don't find that very fun, so I just don't play PvP. The amount of looted Sanguine Claws is insane. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with Sanguine Claws. I didn't think prices would go up for all the other items, and they did, so it's kind of hard to say. What's my favorite outfit? I don't know. I use Lion of War because I really like that it's account bound. I really like account bound stuff. So I just use this one. I don't know if it's my favorite. I do like it though. It is a nice outfit. It doesn't really work for the monk, but whatever. I always, back in the old days, I always liked shaman. Full shaman with add-ons with the voodoo doll. I think is very cool. I always like barbarian as well on the monk with the axes. I was always an axe EK player, so I always enjoyed barbarian as well. Those are probably my favorite. Quite like the regular knight as well. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I'd say from the old school outfits, knight, barbarian, and shaman are probably my favorite. These days I just use lion of war because I have it account bound. And same with the mount. This is the only mount I have, as you can see, is the benevolent coral Rhea, which again is account bound for me because I bought it when it was first released during like start of COVID. Anyway, guys. Anyway. Let's roll off this one. Anything? Adult Guana. Iron Blight. Iron Blight's Warzone 3, right? Maybe we'll go there. This one, I guess I'll save and I'll re-roll it in 2 hours 20 for free. No beaver mount. No beaver mount. I haven't even done Tibia quest yet. That's why no beaver mount. I haven't done the quest. 515. Yeah, 515. We aiming for maybe 540 or so during next double. All right. Let's raid somebody before my wife and the kids get back. Have a look who's streaming. Avalanche is streaming. Valor is streaming. Breadwood is streaming. Is he actually streaming or is he doing his OTS stuff? No, he's doing that. Okay, we're not. I like Breadwood a lot, by the way. I've always liked his streams, and he kind of stopped streaming, and then I started streaming, so I never had a chance to raid him or anything. I really do like Breadwood, but I don't like his server thing. If he went back to playing real Tibia, I'd always be raiding him. Who else streaming? Let's have a look. Mazarin is streaming. What's Valor doing? Some bossing. I guess we'll go to Avalanche. He's a Polish streamer. Probably the biggest Polish streamer. I quite like his content usually as well. I don't often watch it, but if I'm gonna watch a Polish stream, I usually watch Avalanche. I think I quite like him. So yeah, I guess we can go there. All right. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. As always, appreciate you all being here. Next stream. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe Monday. I think we're gonna have a long stream on Monday. My kids are going to my mum, as in their grandmother, for a few days. So on Monday evening, we should, after work, I should be able to have a pretty long stream. So probably next stream, a long one on Monday morning, Monday afternoon. So yeah, thanks very much, everybody, for being here. As always, see you next time, I guess. And let's raid Avalanche. And yeah, thanks for being here. Bye bye. Take care.